Imagine standing in complete darkness, surrounded by endless snow and wind, screaming like a living creature. It's 30 degrees Celsius. You can't see more than a few meters ahead, and suddenly something forces you to run half-naked, barefoot, into the night that guarantees death. This isn't the start of a horror movie. This is what happened to 9 young hikers in the Ural Mountains in 1959. Their story, known today as the Dyatlov Pass incident, has inspired hundreds of theories but offered almost no answers. Even after 65 years, people still argue about what forced these experienced hikers into the most terrifying night of their lives. Today we break down what we actually know, what might have happened, and why this mystery refuses to die. The group was led by Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student, disciplined, brilliant, respected. Alongside him were 8 friends from the Ural Polytechnic Institute. All of them were young, strong, experienced in winter expeditions, and aiming to reach Category 3, the highest level of hiking difficulty. The team included Zina Kolmogorova, energetic, athletic, always smiling; Rustem Slobodin, a marathon runner; Lyudmila Dubinina, known for her courage; Yuri Doroshenko and Georgy Krivonishenko, cheerful and adventurous; Nikolai Thibeaux-Bragnolis, a skilled engineer; Semyon Zolotaryov, the oldest and most mysterious member; Yuri Yudin, the 10th member who dropped out early due to illness, the only survivor. The group started their journey full of excitement, unaware that the place they were heading toward would one day bear their leader's name, Dyatlov Pass. The early part of the trip went smoothly. The group documented everything: photos, diary entries, jokes, even dances in the snow. On January 31st, the weather worsened. Snowstorms hit hard. They slowed down, exhausted but determined. On February 1st, they mistakenly moved west instead of north due to poor visibility, ending up on the slope of Kholat-Syakhl, a mountain that the local Mansi people called the Mountain of the Dead. They set up camp on the slope instead of moving down to the forest for shelter. No one knows exactly why. Maybe they were tired. Maybe they wanted to practice camping on a slope. That night was the last time they were seen alive. When the group didn't return on schedule, rescuers were sent out. Days turned into weeks. On February 26th, a helicopter crew spotted something strange: a collapsed tent, half covered by snow, torn from the inside. This detail alone puzzled investigators from the very beginning. Inside the tent, boots, parkas, gloves, food, skis, tools, everything was neatly arranged, untouched. It was as if the hikers calmly walked out, not fled in panic. But why leave without clothing in 30 degrees Celsius temperatures? Following the footprints downhill, the rescue team found the first 2 bodies at the forest edge near a large cedar tree. Both men were barefoot, wearing only underwear, and showing signs of desperately trying to climb the tree, perhaps to escape something or to see something above. A few hundred meters away, 3 more bodies were found: Igor Dyatlov, Zina Kolmogorova, and Rustem Slobodin. Their poses suggested they were crawling back to the tent, trying to survive. Months later, the remaining 4 bodies were found deeper in the ravine, buried under snow. This group had the worst injuries. The autopsies shocked everyone. Semyon Zolotaryov and Lyudmila Dubinina had massive chest fractures, comparable to injuries from a car crash. But there were no external wounds, no bruises, no cuts. The bone damage looked as if it came from immense pressure, something like a shock wave. Dubinina also had a missing tongue and soft tissue, but this was likely due to natural decomposition in running water, not torture, as some theories suggest. The others died from hypothermia, except one with a fractured skull. But here's the strangest part. Their clothes had traces of radiation. Their skin appeared unusually orange. Their hair turned grayish. This combination fueled countless theories, some more absurd than others. Yet no explanation fully connects all the dots. Theory 1. Avalanche. One of the most accepted modern explanations. A small, delayed avalanche could have pressured the tent, forcing them to escape immediately. But the slope wasn't steep enough. No avalanche debris was found. Their footprints remained visible for hundreds of meters. Still, a recent Swiss study recreated the scenario and proved that a rare, block-type avalanche might explain the chest injuries, but not the radiation, not the cut tent, not the strange behavior. Theory 2. Military experiments. The area was known for missile testing. Some believe a secret weapon caused internal injuries. Parachute mines exploded nearby. Toxic rockets released chemicals. This could explain the pressure injuries and panic. But there's no record of tests those days, and the USSR was extremely protective of military secrets. Theory 3. Infrasound. A fascinating psychological theory. Strong winds around the mountain can create low-frequency sound waves, inaudible but capable of causing panic, hallucinations, and physical discomfort. This could explain the sudden flight from the tent, but not the injuries, not the radiation. Theory 4. Mansi attack. The local Mansi tribe was accused early on, but quickly cleared. There were no signs of struggle, no footprints except those of the hikers. Theory 5. Animals. Wolves, bears, wild animals. But would animals make 9 experienced adults flee into the night half-naked, then selectively cause internal injuries without external trauma? Highly unlikely. Theory 6. Ball lightning or plasma orbs. Several witnesses reported glowing spheres in the sky around that time. Some scientists propose a rare type of plasma ball could have passed close to the tent, created a shock wave, caused panic, resulted in internal trauma. Still speculative, but interesting. Theory 7. Something unknown. This is where the mystery becomes legend. Many believe the hikers saw something they weren't supposed to see. Some think it was a classified Soviet experiment, a failed missile recovery, something extraterrestrial. Is there evidence? Not really. But the USSR's secrecy created a vacuum that people filled with imagination. In 2019, Russia reopened the case. Their conclusion? A slab avalanche. Many scientists agree, but skepticism remains. Why? Because this explanation simply doesn't account for everything. The radiation, the missing soft tissue, the cut tent, the odd behavior. or the distance the bodies traveled. The truth is, some pieces of this puzzle are still missing. The Dyatlov Pass mystery remains unsolved because too many clues contradict each other. Too much time has passed. Too many records were classified or lost. The human mind fears the unknown most of all. 9 young people walked into the mountains. They had no enemies, no reason to fear, no warning of what was coming. Whatever happened that night remains frozen in time, buried under snow, silence, and secrecy. And maybe that's why this story will always stay with us. Because it reminds us that even today, in a world full of science and technology, there are still places where the truth hides in the dark.